Okay, like I was saying, yeah, you do have to remove this uh, little cable here from the main board. So you have to remove all that glue to be able to remove it. Now this one, I can just move it to the side if I need to. As I was saying before, this is intimidating because look at all these parts, look at all this stuff. But anyway, I'll get to it. I'm getting there. So now it's time to start removing this board here on the side. I'm probably gonna start removing these cables here and then some of the screws holding it, like this one that goes to the transformer. I can see where they're going there, but I'm gonna be taking some pictures just to make sure, when I put it together, I don't have a problem. Before I start removing any of the cables here, I'm gonna remove all the screws and see what I need to get loose. Whatever I don't have to remove, I'm just gonna put it on the side, So we'll see right now. I already removed the screws that it was holding it. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these screws are holding it, but I can see that these cables here are holding it, and this cable here and this brown cable here is holding it. So I have to remove those 2 cables and the 3 cables down there and see how that's gonna go. There's another connector here. I might have to remove the glue from here and take it apart because I'm not able to get to the board without removing all this. So first let me remove those and then I'll get to that one there, up there where the glue is. I might have to remove, like I said, all 3 of those. This blue one here and this brown one here. But that's just normal stuff, I guess. Then after that, I'll see if I need to remove any additional cables. But for now, it's looking good. Okay, so these are the 2 cables that go here and here. And I'm keeping them together. That way I don't mess up because there's another blue one here and another blue one here. And this is a blue one. So I don't want to get confused and connected to the wrong place. And I'm probably going to do the same to this too. I'm going to take them apart from there and I'm going to tape them together. I can use a plastic tie or I can use tape. Doesn't matter. As long as I keep them together, I'm okay with that. I'll remember that way. I mean, if I don't remember, I just go back to my video and see what I did. Okay. See, in order for me to remove this plate, I need to remove this screw, and there's another screw here, another one up there. So this plate needs to be out of the way in order for me to get to everything. Man, it's crazy, all the stuff that we have to remove, but that's the way it is. I mean, honestly, this board here, I really don't have to take it off. Right now that I took it off, yeah, that's fine. But I don't have to take it off all the way. I can just probably remove this blue cable, this red one, blue one, and the black one, and this is gonna come loose from the top, and I can just move it out of the way. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. So that will be the blue one, the red one, the blue one, and this black one here. Those are the 3 cables coming from this transformer here to this board. That way I can move it, put it out of the way. Basically, I'm gonna be just putting it down, hanging it down here, and that way I can work on the board. And that's what I'm gonna do. It looks like the easiest way to do it. I'm probably gonna have to cut this plastic tie here to be able to release this blue one. But that looks like that's the only one. I don't have to cut this one because that one there, I can keep it together. Well, you know something? They have a ring here. I think it's a magnet ring, and I have to probably cut this one to release it from those cables. That way I can move the board out of the way. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so anyway, after removing these screws here, 1, 2, 3 here, there are more screws here. Okay, let's take a look. There's one screw here, another one here, and I'm almost positive there's going to be another screw under here. But in order to get to that and make sure there are no screws there, I have to remove this screw up here, where the one that grabs the filter. So that's what I need to do now. Okay, so I removed the filter here from the side, but there was no need to remove the filter because I'm looking at this here, and there are two little screws here. There are two little screws here, but those are to hold this plate. This plate doesn't have to come off, but this one needs to come off. But I believe it's just gonna be the two screws that are down here. So I'll take those off. Well, my mistake. Now that I'm using a headlight, I realize there's another screw here, there's the one here, and there's the one down here. So in order for this plate to come off, I do need to take off this screw here. Not the other two, but this one here. And so there was a need to remove the filter, the air filter. So this one here, this one here, and this one here, in order for this plate to come off. Okay, I'll keep going. Okay, got it off. See this hole in the bottom, that's where it grabs there. So like I was saying, there is a need to take off those three screws there. And there are the two that go on the top here, under here. So anyway, this part is off. Now I can actually see everything here on the board, and I can see there's a lot more work to do, but I'm getting there little by little. So I'll keep going. Okay, looking at this one is actually connected to the board. So I have to remove all that glue and disconnect this one that is connected to this board here, but it's connected to the main board there. So I need to remove that. The good thing about this one's being connected, it's not a problem because it looks to me like I can take off these two screws and remove this board, this little board here, and just put it aside to be able to work on the main board. I can see there are some of these cables here are connected directly to the main board. I have to see on the new board to see if he has the cables or if he has some type of terminals, but I'm guessing I have to be disconnected from here. So I'm gonna have to remove this zip tie here to get to the board and get it all loose. That way I can take it off. I can see some motherboard here. I mean this here, there's another little board here, and I'm probably gonna have to remove it with a screwdriver. That way I can clear to be able to remove the board here. But I'll get to that later. Right now I'm just gonna remove the glue from this one and see if I need to remove some of the cables here to remove the board. I mean to remove this board and get it out of the way. Okay, so let me keep going. Yeah, if you end up taking one of these apart, you know what you have to end up dealing with. You know, this glue is all over. Every time you have to remove a connector, that glue is there. And it's good. I mean, it's good to have it, because that means you're not gonna have any loose terminals, you know, or loose connectors. I mean, it's great that they put it, but if you're taking it apart, it's a project, okay? But anyway, this one already came off. So the board is already loose, it's already out of the way, but like I said, in order for me to take off the main board, I think some of those cables are coming up here and they need to be disconnected from this board. Let me pause the video and keep going. Okay, I'm looking at the new board, and those cables there, those three cables, they have terminals. So that means I can just take it apart, pull the cables out of the motor, and that makes it easier. Thought this one was gonna have cables, but no, they can just be pulled off from the board. So we have brown, blue, and black all the way down. So that's what they are. So it's brown, blue, and black. And I'm just gonna take them off. See this little cable that was connected to the other board? It's actually connected to the main board here. So I have to take it off from here. That way I can put it on the main board and then connect it to the board after I'm done. So all this glue needs to be removed, because all these little cables, they have to be removed in order for me to remove the board and put the new one. Man, this is a a good project. That's something else. But anyway, we're almost there. I'll keep going. Okay, so see, I removed the glue. This ones, they go there. They just go across, you know. This one here goes to the first one. The one that comes right there from the side, it goes actually here. So we're getting there. Now I need to remove the one here. I think after I remove this one, then I have to remove these two plates Then from there I can unscrew the board and I can take it off. So I guess we're almost there. So let me pause this again. The new main board doesn't have this yellow plastic here. So I'm gonna take it off and put it on the new one. This little sponge, let me take a look on the new one. Nope, the new one doesn't have the plastic or the sponge. So I had to put it from this one, I had to transfer that to the new one. Take a look on the new board. Like I said, no plastic here and no sponge here. So I have to transfer it in order to use it. It does have this little piece here. So on that part we're good. Okay, I'll keep working on this. Okay, well, I already put all the screws holding this new board, and I already put these 2 plates. Okay, by the way, on this one, you're supposed to remove the fan. I was able to loosen up this one and move this to the side without removing the fan. But the proper way of doing it, it looks like you have to remove the fan to get to that little nut back there that is holding that plate. And I think in order to remove that fan, there are probably some screws on here on the side. Oh yeah, I knew it. Because these screws are holding this plate. And this one here, yeah, there's another one here. So this, you can actually remove probably this whole plate. Oh no, but there are screws back there. No, it's a lot more work. So if you have it installed on the wall, you probably want to have it removed on a table. That way you can be working on this. Because in order for this plate to come off, you have to remove the screws here on the side, and there's some screws back there. There's some screws back there holding that plate. And at that point, you might be able to move everything. But no, probably the easiest way is to unscrew the fan. The fan has 1 screw here, another one here, another one back there, and another one back there. So it has 4 screws, and you might be able to remove the fan. The way I did it was different, but it's not recommended probably. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I'm putting it together right now, and let's hope everything works. I don't have the glue they were using when they put it together, so I'm probably gonna have to use silicone. That's gonna be something similar to that glue, not exactly that glue, but that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use silicone.